Are you looking to capture life special moments? Look no further than Wayne County Imaging. They specialize in a variety of photography services, including stunning portraits, dynamic sports shots, genuine candid captures, and imaginative conceptual art. Their expertise extends to brand photography and journalistic photography, ensuring your story is told beautifully. Plus, they offer breathtaking drone video and photography to give you a unique perspective from above. But that's not all. Wayne County Imaging is your go-to destination for photo restoration and repair. They can digitally transform your old black and white photos into vibrant color and restore your cracked, faded images to look as good as new. At Wayne County Imaging, they believe in changing the world, one photo at a time. Let them help you preserve your memories for years to come. Call or text today at 570-729-5771. That's Wayne County Imaging, where every picture tells a story. What's going on, everybody?
Short. I was rocking out. What the fuck?
Always. Oh yeah, it's a long intro. I wish there was a better way to trim that bad boy. We got to get it done. But anyway, it is Wednesday night, so that means we are here with Squared Circle Sessions. As you can plainly see, I am not Aaron. He is out on a special mission tonight, so I'm filling in for him with Justin over here, whichever way my camera wants me to point. That's the guy right there. There's a lot to unpack. There has been like 2 weeks since the wrestling show.
I'm out of practice talking about wrestling. My old supervisor got a new job at work, so I don't see him anymore. So I don't talk wrestling anymore. We haven't done the show in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's been busy. It's been a busy month. There's a lot going on.
Only gonna get busier. It's fucking November.
It's halfway through November already, and I can't believe that.
Fuck
so the
you,
holiday
stop.
season is just around the corner. I have not yet started Christmas shopping, so
holy shit, it is halfway through.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got to get started.
Thank God I only have one to buy for.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll with it, man. I need a little bit of a break. I need my mind to just relax for a bit, and the holiday season does that for me, so I'm excited about that.
I may end up working all of them.
Yeah, really? I get the Saturday after both holidays. That's how my Saturdays played out. I only do like one a month, but those are the ones I get.
That money's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I feel
they're only running one line. They're taking volunteers for Thanksgiving already, so I'm thinking about that. I'm set to work Christmas Eve. The way things have been going, they're going to look for volunteers for that. So might as well.
Fun stuff.
Too bad it's not tax-free yet.
Why? Yeah, hopefully soon. We could talk. We could talk about that on the other show, maybe. We'll see. But why don't you take it away from here, man? Like, I know you got a lot on your mind, a lot that you want to talk about.
Where do you want to start? It's been forever.
I don't know, man. Like, clearly the biggest storyline in all of WWE right now is the Bloodline. You said it pre-show too. Yeah. It's Bloodline. They're really building this up. It feels like it's the only story that they're really putting any kind of effort into right now.
It's the only story worth putting effort into.
Well, I mean, if you got smart writers, every story is worth building. Every story is worth telling.
There's going to be a lot of lazy writing this year, I think. It's Bloodline heavy.
Okay, so how about this before we get into Bloodline, because I know that's going to take up a good portion of the show from what you tell me. I do want to mention that, I hate spoilers. There's two things here.
Oh.
One, I like that they will pre-tape some things. They pre-taped next week's Raw so
I
that
hate it. I hate it.
well, this is the reason I like it is because it gives the talent a break. You don't want like what you see in the McMahon documentary where they talk about how these wrestlers worked so many days every single year. They're always on the road. They don't get family time. They're burnt out. They're injured. They're working through injuries. So to see that they care about the talent, that they care about the wrestlers and they want to give them that time off, that's nice. I do enjoy that. But I hate it because I hate seeing spoilers because you can't tell the fans that go to that live event, hey, you can't pull your phone out. Hey, you can't post that online. You can't tell them that.
No.
So
And
it's
you
a
have
double-edged sword.
assholes who will intentionally put the shit out. Like, you don't see the lower end matches. I mean, I've seen the whole spoiler, but you don't see video clips of the mid-tier matches, the mid cards. It's you see the shit you don't want to know about.
Yep.
Like, you want to know, but you want to be on edge about it, and it's aggravating. Fucking hate it.
It is.
Found it by accident,
Well,
and I was
pissed. I think the worst part about these spoilers is, when there's a TV series out that everyone really likes, it's very popular, right? Most people, if they're going to talk about it, they'll write spoilers and then they'll space it out. They won't put images in the main post. They'll put it in the comments, or they'll say shit in the comments. They won't put it on the main post. They don't do that with wrestling. Everything I saw, man, it's
more period.
Well, it's like immediate. It's right there for the world to see, man. So even if you don't want to see the spoilers, doesn't matter if you wrote spoilers or not, everybody sees the shit.
Because they're posting it the same night that so we'll go to Monday night. All that week's Raw shit is coming out. They're posting, it's getting mixed in with it.
Yep.
The way I came across it is I saw a clip and I was like, that didn't happen. What the fuck?
But we're not going to talk spoilers here, guys. We're not going to tell you what happened.
I'm gonna try to stay in line with not knowing.
Yeah.
And talk on that, but I don't know. We'll see. What'd you think of Crown Jewel?
Don't talk about spoilers. Crown Jewel, I could take it or leave it. I feel like Crown Jewel should be one of those shows where they make it non-canon. They don't do anything with storyline. They just give the Saudi people what they want. Give them the big matches,
and that's
the
what
big
it
names.
is.
Right, but they still worked up to it. They tried to build somewhat of a storyline, and I guess to an extent, they kind of utilized it to make a play with Gunther, from what I'm saying. But we'll talk about that when we get to that portion.
Well, go ahead.
That segment.
This is all what you've heard. I haven't heard it yet. I'm not gonna go match for match in Crown Jewel. It was meh.
No, yeah. I don't know. I wasn't really super.
I don't like
excited.
the Saudi shows.
It was the
women
first...
have to stay fully covered to ankles and wrists. It's just not worth it.
It was the first show that I didn't really get super stoked about. I didn't think it was all that exciting. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't anything exhilarating.
The buildup of Jay helping or being teamed up with Roman, was about it. Expected a little more out of it.
So that's the only match I really saw anything with. Okay, because I saw them build a little bit there. I think I heard Aaron say on the show he guested on that it was like Roman had to be humbled, and this was the way to do it. He took the pin from Solo, so it humbled him a little bit to allow him, to let Jay back in and, kind of sort of apologize to him. And then with Sammy to let him back in and apologize for that. But
we'll touch on that again. We'll get back to that.
So you want me to give my take on the whole Gunther thing? Is that what you were getting at?
I'm trying. When Sammy went back to them after Crown Jewel? Yeah. Or at Crown Jewel?
No, it was after.
After.
It was after that he started that. So yeah, it was just last week. It was Raw and SmackDown last week that they tried to get Roman to talk. I mean, I think, was it at the end of Crown Jewel when he kicked Roman? Is that what happened? It was at Crown Jewel that he kicked Roman, right? So that's when it all started. So last week was the conversations about it.
He was out there to try to help.
Yeah. Yeah. So that happened.
I
But
was
like,
still shocked. I was shocked to see Roman take that pin.
I was too when it happened. I really had to think about it. Like, why did they do that? But I kind of get it. I get it.
I know at the time, Aaron and I were both like,
yeah,
bro, what did they do?
Yeah, and it was, well, the other thing was it wasn't really a super exhilarating match either. It wasn't I mean, it was all right. But again, I thought I would have gotten more out of it. I thought we would have gotten more pop out of it. The only thing we got out of that match is when it finished, it like sucked the air out of the arena.
Right.
That's all I noticed. And then from then on, it seemed like, I feel like they really shouldn't have put that one first.
No, well, I see why they did. You're not going to have Cody Gunther not headline it.
Yeah.
That was
well,
the second. That was the second biggest match, and generally, their shows start with the second biggest match.
They book
and end with the biggest.
Yeah. So as far as the crown jewel match for the crown jewel championship between Gunther and Cody, what I saw with Gunther there is, you know, and it wasn't so much during the match. It was what happened on Raw afterwards when Ludwig Kaiser started talking shit about Cody, and Gunther like puts him in his place. He's like, whoa, no, he didn't. No, he deserved the win. He was the better man that night, which is not something I'm used to hearing from Gunther. Like, he was showing Cody respect. I never got that. And then it happened again this past Monday where he shut Kaiser up a second time. So what you said you haven't heard, but I read a little bit about, and it was only from like one or two people. They think that they might be pushing a face turn in the future for Gunther, because while he's a good heel, they say he doesn't really do heel things. Like, he disrespects people. He says he's the best. He's cocky. He's arrogant, but he doesn't do things underhandedly so much anymore.
It's all going to depend on how the fans react. They're not going to turn him face just to turn him face. They can't do it. If he's not liked, he's not liked.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe this is throwing feelers out there to see what the reaction is.
Yeah.
But they can't just do it.
You say that, but when you look on all the sites online, you see all the socials, all the wrestling pages. If you don't like Gunther, it's like sacrilege. People, if you say you're not a Gunther fan, people will tell you don't know wrestling. So I think there are enough Gunther fans out there to make this happen.
They like him because of what he does in the ring. He lives up to his
traditional.
He lives up to his moniker, the Ring General.
He's a traditional wrestler, and that's why people like him, and that's why
I feel you find him boring.
See, I like the traditional grappling kind of shit where, you know, you put moves on people instead of just striking. I like a whole combination of it, but the first couple of matches I watched of Gunther was slap, 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 powerbomb. And I thought that was boring as shit. I will admit here live to you, the last two matches I watched of his, I didn't think it was terrible. It's getting better for me.
He's a good wrestler. I don't think he has the personality to go face right now.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that. It's just
Alex
a rumor
said
I
he's
heard.
So bland. He's got one level and that's it. Like, when he's talking, there's no, you can't see like emotional inflection. I don't know. He's
speaking of emotions when it comes to Gunther, why don't we hit on Opie's comment? He said he doesn't like how they built Gunther up so much, and now they're making him look weak. Because that's one thing I had that I wanted to touch on was the opening segment of Raw this week, where Gunther comes out. My daughter says, "Oh, it's Gunther. I hate him." I said, "Well, you're going to see Damian Priest now." Out he comes. So Damian Priest comes out, cuts him off, and then doesn't let Gunther get another word in. And now when he was in there talking shit to Gunther, I think they made Gunther look scared. Either that or Gunther did it himself. He looked scared of Damian, worried, like he didn't want to be in the ring with him.
What Damian said to him was, 100% truth. Like, he may not have a personality, and I'm not sure if it's just what's naturally happening or it's pretty good acting on his part, but you've seen it. He ran from Sammy because Sammy beat him. He was worried about that. He lost to Cody. Like, he's being put in a spot where he knows he's not the best. He's not the guy. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's his actual emotions coming across on his face. It's the only time I've ever seen emotion on him.
Yeah.
But it's been building, and then Damian's just poking it. Damian's getting that title back.
So there's two things.
There's no doubt.
There's two things I see with Gunther doing that. Like, I wonder if it's partially because of how Damian came at him. Because I was listening to something earlier today. I saw a little post on Facebook from Chris Van Vliet when he had Grayson Waller on. And Grayson Waller was talking about how he got to get in the ring and get on the mic with John Cena. And he's like, I know John Cena's, he's known for tearing people apart. So I was really excited for the opportunity. And you don't really know what he's going to say. So part of me is wondering, was Gunther not prepared for what Damian's going to say? Like, do they not know ahead of time? And they just come out and they come up with this stuff on their own.
Watch documentaries, my guy.
But did Damian catch him off guard with the shit he said? And Gunther really lost himself for a minute there. Did he get made to look like a fool? And he didn't know how to recover?
That's why I'm saying I don't know if it's acting or like natural, because so what I've learned in watching all the Punk shit is they'll hit like points before they go out, like what guidelines of what they're going to talk about. Sometimes they lay it out, but for the most part, it's what pops in your head and you fucking go at somebody, which is why I'm so excited for Punk Rollins on Netflix, bro. That it may not be what Punk McIntyre was in the ring, even though I think it will be. I think it'll be better.
That's a lot.
It is, but just the promos and the mic work for that is going to be fucking amazing. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, man. That I just want to see if that comes to fruition, because I'll be happy for you. But
you don't think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at predicting this stuff yet.
So
I mean, clearly he wants to go at it with him from that one promo we saw.
You don't think the last time those two were face to face was after Punk won that Four Corners match and then got attacked again by McIntyre the next night? But Rollins came out and they were face to face and they were ready to go at it before McIntyre. That face to face where they don't touch, that there's no ifs about it. It's happening. That's an intentional tease for what everybody wants to see and knows is coming.
Yeah.
And it has to happen at WrestleMania.
So Aaron Simmons says Gunther versus Priest is going to be good. And he said you also have to consider that Priest never really lost to Gunther.
Right. I think they give it back to Priest. I think.
Listen, just from Monday night. Now, if you're telling me that this was truly Priest catching Gunther off guard and putting him back on his heels, that tells me, look at the growth of Priest. Look at how much he's grown, especially on the mic. If he can do that to Gunther, he could back him into a corner like that. At that point,
and this is just since WrestleMania, because they're letting him be himself.
He deserves it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was deserving of it when they pulled it from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he deserved it at WrestleMania. But I get why they did it. Because it built Punk McIntyre.
Yeah.
But when they pulled it from him, he didn't deserve to lose it then. He was catching fucking fire.
Yeah.
And then to kill it on him, like to pull it from him for the Judgment Day thing to be a month long.
Yep.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but you're seeing now too that Judgment Day thing is also a long game. If what you really think is going to happen comes to fruition, it's a long game, right?
Nah, not too long.
Well,
it's
then
not
no,
going to be
yeah,
long
but
lived because I think, like I said, I think Priest gets it back. I don't think he holds it long.
And tell us why.
I think Dom takes it from him. But this is somehow that belt has to end up on one of the belts, has to end up on Orton or Cena.
Do you think that's the road they're going to go down?
I don't know, but you have to think yes. Why else would Cena agree to one last year?
I think he just I don't think he agreed to one last year because he wants that title and that he wants that record. I think he did it as a farewell tour because he feels he owes it to the fans.
I think you highly misjudge why people are in that fucking business. It's always about that strap.
But this is the guy that's done like a world record Make-A-Wish things, right? He's done like 670 Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Cena needs to get that strap, Aaron says. Yeah, I mean, I could see it happening, but I don't see it being the be all end all.
I don't see a way you get there. I don't see a way
It's
you logically put either of the belts on Cena
and put those champions on the back burner.
Orton's gonna take the belt from Cody at some point.
You think it'll be Orton?
Did you not see the
see
episode of Raw?
I see every time he looks at Cody's belt. Every time.
And Cody went down to tie his shoes. Well, what am I gonna have? What am I gonna have left after you're done with them?
And he looks at the title.
You got plenty. So I mean, they could take it from Cody with Orton, probably at Rumble, and build to Cena at WrestleMania. But it's such a short build, and Cena's not even back yet.
Well, Aaron says this is how you get to Cena Orton at Mania is to have Orton take that title from Cody. And you could. And he says he's over the Judgment Day thing. The faction needs to blow up. I thought it was going to blow up when Damian and Rhea got ousted. I thought the whole thing was done. And we agree that they're wasting an opportunity here if they blow it up soon because that should have been the faction that Wyatt Six went after.
Yep.
That should have been it.
But whatever. Moving on.
Yeah.
You want to touch on the build to the no, we can't do that.
Well, why don't we just
that's not this week.
Why don't we just roll right with this, Justin? Because he mentioned it right now with Orton busy with KO. So why don't we roll right into that? What do you think of that? Because now we're gonna get nasty.
The first thing I think of when I see that is the video I saw.
Tell us about this video you saw.
Where you have KO taking the pile driver, selling a devastating move, and then a clip of AEW doing whatever the fuck that move, the Canadian Destroyer. And they do like 4 of them in a row with no cells.
Back to back on each other.
And the caption was how to destroy the industry or make your company look like whatever the fuck it was. It was hilarious.
Literally just not the industry, but destroying their own company. I guess it's kind of making the industry look bad too.
It is because you're not selling something where when you go to WWE, you have KO giving Randy Orton a pile driver, something we used to watch as kids all the time.
And how many people did we see get hurt with that shit too?
So you very rarely see it. They had to get the okays to do it. When I watched it live, then they showed the replay, and then I went back and I watched that 2 more times.
You saw what it looked like, right?
Orton's head wasn't even close. Orton tucked. KO's knees were never straight. They were bent, so he caught himself. Like, it was done so safely
Yeah, he did, Aaron. He sold
And
the hell out of
KO
it.
or Orton sold that so well.
Yep. He
And then
did.
you have
He did it so well.
AEW, which this is why the fan bases don't get along. All they want to see is this flippity fucking fast-paced shit where nothing gets sold, but everything looks cool.
Yeah.
It's athletic, it's dangerous, and it's quite frankly stupid.
I told you before the show, I was like, man, I've tried to watch AEW to broaden my horizons. I'm like, it's wrestling. I got to enjoy it, you know? But then you see stuff like that and it's crazy. Like,
Yep.
I don't understand. I don't know, man. You got to sell the tough stuff. And it makes me think about finishers in general, man. These devastating moves that are supposed to hurt. They're supposed to hurt. You know, I know it's scripted and everything, but it's supposed to hurt in the ring. You're supposed to sell it, and these guys aren't selling it. I hate that people kick out of finishers now. Heartbreak Kid, man, used to have sweet chin music, and now everybody does goddamn super kicks. I hate it. I think it's terrible. I hate that you can predict every single PLE in the big match. They're going to do a finisher, and they're going to kick out of it every time. I hate it. I think
you know what you couldn't predict? The sleeper hold.
Oh God!
As much as you hated it, I didn't see that coming, and I didn't see it getting used more than once.
Nope, me neither.
I mean,
although
there's ways
it was
to do
fun. It was fun to watch it used against him when Cody pinned him. I did like that. That was cool.
Cody just rolled
back
right?
through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And AEW is
but
so
back onto
bad.
Orton KO. I think all roads lead to Cody through it. It has to. There's two ways to do it. You either get KO to convince Orton Cody's the bad guy and Orton turns on him too. Or everybody finds out Cody was saying some shit.
Yeah, that's Aaron's theory.
And they
isn't
turn Cody heel and let Randy chase it face and take it.
That's Aaron's theory, right? That something was really said and KO's pissed off because nobody believes him.
Well, it's not just his theory.
Well, I haven't heard it anywhere else. Unless, you guys together, yes.
But like, yeah, no. I mean, that's
I think
two
that
ways you can do it.
I think that'd be
I've been
fun.
on the Cody going heel for a while.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. When that happens, it's gonna be so much fun.
Listen,
honestly, it's gonna be more fun for me. This is gonna sound terrible to watch the hearts of all his fans just break. Because they can't. Like, I'm a fan of his, and I know it's coming, and it's gonna suck when it happens. But at the same time, it's gonna be fun because he's gonna be a great heel.
I'm excited about it. I want it to happen so badly.
You're gonna watch your kids heartbreak.
I just want to see Lena's reaction. Does she still like him? Does she start to hate him and like someone else? I'm very interested in this, man.
She's gonna go through the emotional roller coaster. She's gonna hate him, and then when he goes back to face, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, I never stopped liking him."
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be.
Yep.
I don't know. I think it'll be more fun if Cody is the heel in it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see if he doesn't get pulled into this fucking bloodline thing. Because he's still got The Rock to deal with at some point, too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be interesting to see how they work that in.
Aaron Simmons down here in chat says that he says that Seth Rollins is going to get involved with the bloodline thing. He said he has to get involved.
We'll get there. We're not on the bloodline yet. Do we want to go down that road now?
You said Cody's going to get involved.
He might. That kind of went to the wayside, Monday night.
On to the next. Lead us forward, great man.
Nope, can't talk about that. She's not back.
Don't talk about that.
Well, I guess we're going to the Bloodline then.
What about, you want to mention Wyatt 6 real quick?
I'm not interested.
I know you're not interested, but all right, I'm going to ask you just so we can get the people in chat talking, because
it's
Wyatt
not
6
that I'm
is a
not
popular
interested
thing.
in the Wyatt 6. I think they misbooked them.
I do too. I agree.
And I think that's why I'm not interested, because I don't give a shit. What the fuck? The Final Testament? That's what they're called? I don't give a shit about them.
Right. They definitely should have went after Judgment Day. But here's my take too, or here's my question for you too. Did they make? We waited weeks to see this shit play out, right? And so now they took Miz. Now they let him go. Did they make the Wyatt 6 look too weak on Monday night, or was that good writing?
No, because Final Testament is, I mean, they're big dudes. They're no joke.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think? Do you think that they're just trying to show the crazy side of it? Because, I mean, Howdy's sitting there in the ring laughing his ass off.
They did that with Gable, too.
I was going to say, they did
when
it
they
with
beat
Gable.
the shit out of him. That's just the character. I don't know. I don't like the fact they're being booked with Final Testament. It makes no sense to me. The only thing that makes sense is they pulled the Miz into it, because Bo Dallas used to be part of the Miz Taraj.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really follow that. If I'm not mistaken, Miz kind of turned on them so they could use that. But I was like,
yeah,
the Judgment Day has to stay together long enough to have a Wyatt 6 interaction, right?
I think
like
so.
They can't split the Judgment Day up before Howdy goes after Dom.
If they're gonna split Judgment Day up, they have to let Wyatt 6 do it. They have to be the reason.
If you're all about, retribution for people who have fucked over their family or friends or whatever, you have to go after Dom. You have to. Right?
I think so.
But you can't go after Dom if he doesn't have backing. Because then what do you do with the rest of the Wyatts?
So Alex says she thinks that Final Testament is boring. And I mentioned to her, and she said it to me the other night. I said, they might be boring, but I think Karrion Kross I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's a good character. I think he needs to get away from I think he needs to get away from Final Testament. I think he needs to be on his own, but that's just me.
At one point, he was supposed to be like the next big thing, and he just shit the bed.
Really? You think that has to do with writing, or does that have to do with him?
It had to do with him.
Aaron says if they're always the aggressor, it loses the story, and Opie agrees. He says it was good writing. It's a good lead up to Survival Series. Alex says let R-Truth write some storylines. I'm down for that, man. I love R-Truth. He's so great, man.
I loved it the other day. Hey, when you see Butch, don't call him Pete. He hates that name.
It's so good, man.
Lord.
So, all right. So one more thing to talk about before we spend the rest of the show on the Bloodline. All right. So Friday night, they revealed finally a mid-card title, the U.S. title for the women. What do you think about that?
It's just another title that's going to get lost in the mix. Not going to mean anything.
I think that the women deserve to have that mid-card
They
title.
do, but it's going to get lost in the mix. They already have too many. You don't hear about the men's U.S. title.
I see. This is why I think that the superstars should just be blended together on all programs, because they have too many titles. There should be one world champion. There should be one mid-card title, but whatever. They have the U.S. title. Who do you think gets the first crack at it? Or who do you think should hold it first?
Chris is going to love this. The fuck's her name? Valkyria.
Lyra? Yeah. It's a good stepping stone for her.
They've already pushed her. She's already had a title match.
Yeah, and then she just had the
she was
Battle Royale
Queen of the Ring final.
Yep. That's a good one. I like that.
She's got the pushing. I would have said Tiffy, but she's going to end up cashing in on Nia at some point.
Yeah, I think that has to happen.
I think it'd be great to do it at Survivor Series, but I can't talk about that yet.
I agree with Opie. Shush. I agree with Opie. It gives the lesser women, the smaller women like Candice LeRae and others something to fight for, or like a platform to boost them, to elevate them. That's what I think.
I can, if you mean smaller in
Lesser name
terms of name, yes.
Yeah, lesser name.
If you mean smaller in stature, Liv Morgan's fucking champion.
I don't know. I meant smaller names. Smaller names.
Well, I was replying to Chris too.
Oh. So the other thing with that mid-card title, with the US title, is I fully expected them to unveil a women's intercontinental title.
You got to do
Monday.
one at a time. You can't do more than, you have to take it slow. They only
But
have one tag belt.
Brands.
They only have one tag belt.
Mm-hmm.
The men have two.
I think the men should only have one, though, because I like that idea. There's not that many tag teams, man. There's not that many tag teams. I just think that the tag division should be one belt for both shows.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I like these new ones that they just brought in and gave the belts real quick.
You know why they gave them the belts real quick, right? Motor City Machine Guns? Because they've been around for ages.
Yeah.
They're a big name.
They're fucking good.
They are good.
They're small, though, I know. They're not big.
Yeah. When you see them standing next to other people.
Austin Theory, I never thought was big.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, put together, but not big. And Grayson Waller. And then to see those two in against them, they were big compared to them. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Ooh, Dakota Kai is another good one to get in on that, too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy that they finally have a mid-card title for the women. I've been saying for months they really should have
in order for that belt to be able to boost like the mid-carders, it has to go to somebody who can give it a reputation first. That makes it worth it.
I heard someone say that Naomi would be a good first champion.
Naomi. That would be Jade.
I wonder if they did that for her. I don't know. Wrong brand. Dakota.
Brand doesn't matter when it comes to that belt. It's just like the women's tag belt.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is that what they did? Oh, I thought they were just doing it to coincide with the other US title.
No, I'm pretty sure once they didn't come out with the women's intercontinental, it's both brands, just like the women's tag belt.
Did they say that?
Keep talking. Fill time. I'm going to play Jared right now.
Keep talking. Fill time. Okay, I'll let you play Jared. I really want to see, I want to see the Intercontinental title too, though. I don't think it should be just between the two different brands like the tag titles, because I think the roster on both ends is just as deep, especially if they start bringing up more NXT talent, because there's some good women wrestlers down in NXT too. Like that, the depth in WWE it's deep, man. It's good. I think it's just me.
So nothing's tying it just to SmackDown. It says it's a new belt for the women's division on the main roster. My assumption went right to it's going to be like the tag belts where it goes back and forth. So it's going to go on a name that can draw to both shows.
I think there's not a lot of solo women on Raw because they've been just filling the women's division with tags, like tag teams.
Because aside from your big ones right now, you don't have anybody that can carry themselves solo.
So why didn't they mention it on Raw then? Aaron Simmons wants to know.
They mentioned the belt.
I want to see what they do with it. Let's see, because I feel like they're going to come out with a tournament for it. I feel like they're going to do a tournament for it.
I thought Nick said that. They're going to have to earn it.
They're going to have to earn it, is what he said.
I took that as tournament.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be a tournament too. So we'll see which women get put into this tournament. And depending on who's in this tournament, that's going to tell you whether it's for SmackDown brand or all of them.
Because if it wasn't going across both, you would have thought they would have introduced the women's IC.
That's what I'm saying. I fully expected that on Monday night.
And when they didn't, my first thought is it's going to be like the tag belts.
Right. So we'll see. Let's move on to the topic you've been waiting all night for.
The Bloodline.
Why don't you get us going with the Bloodline?
Well, first of all, okay, we'll get there.
No spoilers though. Like try to hold yourself back.
How far back
from
do we
talking
want
about
to
shit
go?
you saw from since Crown Jewel? Like what happened in the last 2 weeks?
So where Sammy accidentally kicks Roman.
It was after Crown Jewel that they said we're gonna go to war, right?
It was Friday. They said that.
The Friday night before
So,
Crown Jewel?
No, after.
Okay.
It's Crown Jewel. That was predictable. I knew Sammy was going to get involved at some point.
Yeah. Do you?
It was cool to see that again, though. It was cool to see those four doing it again. And then Monday when you had Jay begging Sammy to talk to Roman. Like Jimmy's good on the mic since he came back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking what he's doing. He's not family. I love building the family thing. I don't know. The Sammy thing was too predictable. Like, you can't do the War Games without Sammy.
Everyone knew that the OG Bloodline was going to get back together.
Yes.
People have been saying it. You guys have been saying it for months. You and Aaron have been saying this. Aaron said he couldn't fucking wait.
I thought it was a little quick how they do it. I wish they would have dragged it out for more than
they did move it real
5
fast.
days. They have a month, not even now. They have 2 weeks to put this match together.
Yeah.
So, they had to move it quick. So I'm not shocked with Sammy. I was shocked Solo asked for the War Games. That shocked me. Roman wanted a one-on-one for the Ulafala, which is going to have to happen now. And Solo asked for the War Games. That was interesting to me. What are you pointing at?
Oh, sorry. I saw. No, I had an idea the other day, and Aaron Simmons just kind of reminded me of it. So yeah. He's talking about this thing. The thing is, how does Bronson and Seth involvement move both stories? So no. My question, I didn't see any spoilers here, so I don't know what's being referred to. But my thought was, isn't he a Samoan as well? Isn't Bronson Reed a Samoan as well? I've been asking this for weeks.
I thought he's Australian.
He's a Samoan. I looked it up the other day because I was curious. He is a Samoan, but he's not in the Anawi family. I don't know how to say it. He's not in Roman's family. He's not in that family. He's not of their bloodline, but he is of Samoan descent. So I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, if Roman gets Bronson Reed to counter Jacob Fatu, like that would be baller. That was my thought. I didn't think it would happen, but he reminded me of my thought from the other day. That was my thought. I was like, man, if they've been building him up to make him look like a monster for this moment and giving him this time to shine in like a main event match here to hang with the big dogs, Bronson Reed's been growing on me, man. I've been liking what he's been doing the past couple of months.
Or is it who they're putting him with? That's the difference. That's the thing.
I like watching him, man. I liked watching him before he started messing with Seth.
I don't know.
Ask Alex. See. She thinks I'm crazy. She's like, I can't believe you like him. I'm like, dude, listen, I'm a fan of the big dudes here. I'm all for it. Let's go. Man with the biggest nostrils in history.
So, how fast the Sammy thing went? Fucking Jacob Fatu.
He's got to get away from that thing.
I love you, Solo!
That's his whole character. He's got to get away from that. I'm glad they let him speak in a promo the other night.
So, how fast Sammy changed his mind shocked me. To see him put up that one was so weird.
Yeah.
God, it felt weird liking it.
Dude,
you don't understand. It felt weird when they were in the ring and after Sammy came down and helped save Roman. And I'm sitting there and I just went like this. I'm like, you have to. Sammy, you have to. And he did it. And I cheered it. I felt dirty liking that because I fucking hated the Bloodline.
Dude, listen, that's to me.
So
Sammy
did I,
doing
Aaron.
that is like seeing Sammy do that is like watching the weird kid in high school just wanting to be cool and doing things that people want him to do.
Bro, I can't wait till he says Usi for the first time.
Oh God. See,
so
y'all think I'm crazy because I'm not a Punk fan, but I'm also not a Sami Zayn fan.
Oh, God.
I can't there's something about him. I can't stand him.
You go back and watch his original run with the Bloodline. Bro.
I've seen some of the videos. He was pretty funny.
I started getting back into it. Oh my God. So
Corey, I used to like you.
My
bad.
I think what shocked me most about what's happened Monday. So I say I'm shocked at how fast Sammy went back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more shocked how quickly he's recruiting.
Yeah. How quick he became the recruiter. Mm-hmm.
Like, and to go up to Seth, I would have never predicted that. That threw me off. I thought all signs pointed to Cody. Cody and Jay are friends.
I was gonna say it would have been Jay that goes and finds them.
No, Cody and Sammy are friends. They've never had beef.
I didn't say they had beef. I've never seen any interaction. I mean, I've only been watching.
Sammy was holding him up after WrestleMania.
Well, everyone came out after WrestleMania.
No, only the faces. And Sammy was there for the whole thing because it was against Roman.
Yeah, Aaron's right. He's shocked at how fast Jay went back. He said he thought Sammy would have been easy, but Jay had the biggest axe to grind.
He did. I think it's a typical Survivor Series matchup, though. You have one team that is a solid, united looking team going in, and the other team is people who have to put shit aside to coexist. I mean, that's been since the first Survivor Series. It's just these guys have a history that people are going to revel in while it's happening.
I don't know. See, I don't know if Sammy had the weirdest choice because both Usos were talking to people I would have never imagined them to be talking to. They showed Jay in the background talking to Rey Mysterio. And then Jimmy went up to Braun Breaker.
I saw that. I didn't see the Jay thing.
Yeah, Jay was in the background. I forget who was coming out to the ring, but they had Jay in the back talking to Rey Mysterio.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Now, I don't think Rey Mysterio is going to hop on in.
No.
But it was weird to see him talking to him. Like, I get it. They're trying to show you, they're really searching. They're searching for that last teammate. They need someone.
Now, Braun Breaker made sense.
Why?
Damon Fatu.
That's what everyone wants to see.
The fucking forehead to forehead they had on Monday night 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
3 weeks ago, whenever that was.
God, how long have we been saying that that's a dream matchup since Fatu got in there?
That's why they won't do it, but they'll tease it because they know people want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the other question is why is Jimmy going up to Breaker when they just had this big issue with Jay losing the title to him?
Their issue wasn't with
It wasn't with him, but he also came out and speared Jay after he thought they squashed their beef.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. You're putting your differences aside to coexist against a greater evil.
I need Jacob and Braun ASAP. Aaron says, "Yeah, man.
Right. That's gonna be whoo.
That's
gonna be a fire match." Seth vehemently,
but they're on different shows. This
says
might be the only way you get that matchup, though. Being on Raw and SmackDown, they're both on different shows.
For now, until the next draft in fucking May.
I hate the draft. I think that's crazy.
So, May, something like that.
For the same reason why Sammy went up to Seth.
What's that an answer to? I forget the question.
I don't know what the question was, but I'm assuming it's because of the history with Seth and fucking Roman, maybe.
Yeah, so as soon as I saw Sammy go up to Seth, I know Seth is going to be involved in that. How they're going to do it is what I'm interested in. Because that's something I didn't think I would ever see.
I'm down for them to involve Seth and Bronson. I'm down for that.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay with Bronson getting involved.
But I am, because he's also of the same descent as their family.
Mm-mm.
Now, you guys have been talking about for weeks about how you think they might bring in another member of that family, because there are two of them. I think two of them are currently signed by WWE, but are you slowly backing away from that original theory? Do you no longer think that they're going to use anyone from the family?
I don't know.
Because that would, if they use someone from the family, they have no experience on the big stage, and then they're just going to throw them to the wolves for this PLE. I don't see them using anyone, whether it's Hikuleu or Talatonga or whoever the hell else is signed.
When does The Rock come back? He has to at some point.
I could see him. Well, I don't know what projects he's working on right now, but I could see him being the fifth member.
No, never mind.
I
thought about it. It wouldn't make sense if Solo's thinking he's tribal chief. You can't have a three-way battle for that. Because The Rock ain't gonna battle either one of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
The Rock's round two of their feud, Aaron. I thought that they were supposed to have their match this past next week.
Bronson and Seth? Yeah, this upcoming Monday night. This upcoming Monday night is going to be Bronson and Seth again. They showed the tail of the tape Monday night.
War Games.
He thinks that The Rock will come back after that.
He probably will. See, so in my heart of hearts, I know Seth is going to be so weird and cool to see at the same time. Hopefully Seth comes in through the crowd. That'd be great.
If Seth gets involved in War Games, I want him to come out in his Shield garb.
He better come out to the Shield music too.
That'd be nice.
By the way, if he comes out wearing the Shield shit, that will be a 10 of 10.
Yeah? 10 of 10 outfit?
10 of 10.
Hell yeah.
10 of 10.
How'd you feel about the jacket he had on when he hopped out of the ring, took that jacket off, and he had the same jacket underneath?
That was like a -5.
I didn't even realize that happened until I saw it online.
I must say, Crown Jewel was an 8.5.
And have Moxley in the crowd, yeah. His Crown Jewel outfit was an 8.5.
8.5. I got Ultimate Warrior vibes from it, with all the jean jacket patches on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I like Reed being involved. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You want to talk about an enforcer for the family to take Solo's place from that bloodline. You want an enforcer? There's a fucking enforcer right there.
Oh, you're saying you're thinking Reed's going to
Roman's side.
Roman's side? No.
I don't think he's going to, but I think if he did, he's the enforcer type. But I also don't see him taking a back seat to anyone.
Seth is teaming with Roman.
You think so?
Yes.
No spoilers.
No, I'm telling you.
That'd be something.
As soon as I saw Sammy talking to Seth, I know Seth is teaming with the original Bloodline. He's not joining Solo.
Well, I don't think. I don't know.
You're not gonna have to like it. The crowd there is gonna go fucking bananas. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what's happening. It has to.
On the Temu bloodline.
I don't know, man. I don't like Reed on that side.
Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu on the same team is just fucking, that's dangerous.
It could be a way to pull Reed away from Rollins, though, because I think you bring Punk back at Survivor Series.
And do what with him?
It's poetic.
But no, you don't mean put him on the team, right?
No.
Just like getting involved somehow?
Show up. That's it.
Show up, his music plays and kind of
like you did last year. Have you ever seen the reaction from last year? Because you started watching after Survivor Series.
I started watching again at Rumble.
So you didn't see Survivor Series when Punk made his return?
No, but I heard that Seth
Rollins lost his shit.
And didn't he walk out?
For real.
Yeah, I heard he walked out.
For real. So you're putting Rollins back in a War Games match. Punk's done with McIntyre. He's already said he's coming after Rollins. Why not have him show up?
Man, a lot of people dislike CM Punk. I don't feel so bad.
Right? Yep. 100%, Aaron. I've been calling that. I didn't think Seth would be involved in the War Games match, but I thought Seth was going to have a match at Survivor Series. I've been stuck on the idea of Punk coming back at Survivor Series. Just because of the poetry that's in it. That's fucking perfect. Because most people have seen that clip of Seth Rollins legitimately losing his shit because Punk came back. What better way to fucking do it?
Yeah, I feel it. Oh, now I gotta.
And if they don't do that, WWE needs to hire me to write.
Don't they have like 30 writers?
Yeah,
the whole team.
I need to be the lead writer.
Jesus. All right. What else do you got that you want to touch on before we head out for the night?
Nothing. I can't wait till War Games. I can't fucking wait.
I can't wait to see Jade and Bianca finally split up and have their beef. They've been teasing that a little bit the last 2 weeks here. I'm excited about that.
That's gonna be slower than you think.
They're still teasing it.
That's not happening until next year.
Okay, and that's fine. After the new year, whatever. Maybe they have some kind of beef that starts at the Royal Rumble. They get into it at the actual Royal Rumble. But
I like that.
I keep saying that I don't like a tag team that comes out to separate music. They're tag team champions. Now, this past week, when they had their title match against, and I do this because they're not going to lose the title to Liv Morgan and Raquel, but Jade barely had a moment to get out. She did her little thing, right? She comes out to her music, comes out to the lasers in the snow,
does her pose.
She didn't even get her pose in before Bianca's music hit. She comes out into the light, and before she even goes to lift her arms, Bianca's music hits. I was like, ooh, that seems like a slight to me. Like, I feel like that was an intentional slight.
I mean, Bianca doesn't control when they hit her music. I mean,
right. She doesn't. I didn't say it was a slight by her, but I think it was planned by the writers, by WWE, by Triple H.
She's a monster, bro.
I like Lash Legend. Yeah, Aaron. I hate her name, but I like her.
They got some monster women coming.
Yep. And even Jakara Parker, man, when you see those two wrestle, like Parker is athletic. It's Parker, right? Jakara Parker or whatever.
I'm not sure.
Her tag team partner. She's athletic as all hell, too. Watching her move in the ring, crazy. Lash Legend is bigger than Jade.
Yeah.
She's got to be stronger than Jade. Jade has the physique, but Lash Legend is bigger and stronger, guaranteed.
Dude, women's wrestling is gonna be fun to watch.
It is. They're getting really good, man. And
Lash,
Alex says it all the time. They put on better matches than the men sometimes, man. They're more fun to watch.
If I pick them apart, they're kind of still sloppy.
Which is why a lot of the men
are too.
But I think,
well, no, not even them. I'm talking a lot of the women on the main roster too.
Well, I think that's because you have a discrepancy in speeds, in size, in strength, because they're trying to play it down to the ones that are lesser and play like it's tough for some of them to keep up with some of them.
But the
better athletes
for all, even Piper Niven. Good God bless her. That girl, that woman is so fucking athletic.
We bash on Nia, but it's not just because she's big, man. Piper Niven, I like to watch her wrestle because she is athletic. She can move. She does her job. She just doesn't stumble around the ring.
And pairing her with Chelsea's perfect. Yeah. I think Chelsea, she's a good wrestler. I think she lacks in ring, but she can carry that mic.
That's WWE's fault. I'm telling you, go watch some of her like Luchador Underground shit. Watch some of her independent wrestling matches.
She's athletic as fuck.
Chelsea Green is good. Some of the luchador shit I've seen her do is insane. I'm like, why are they not allowing her to actually wrestle?
I think she's athletic. I just don't think she has good timing. I think that's her problem.
I've seen a couple of matches that she did against men, which I know it's staged and scripted. I still don't like when the men wrestle the women. You want some sort of realism to it. I don't think that that's realistic enough to see a woman throwing around a man. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But dude, watching some of her older stuff is crazy to me. Like the difference from what she did then to what she does now. I mean, maybe she's happier because she doesn't have to put her body on the line as much anymore, but she's damn good on the mic. She's good at what she does.
Yes, she's fantastic. And that's where Piper lacks, but Piper's fantastic in the ring. She'd be another good one to carry that belt.
The US title?
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
I'll agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah, her what was it? Not the Bash in Berlin, the Scottish one. Clash at the Castle when she had that title match. I think she did fantastic. I thought that was a really good match.
I'm assuming Aaron was talking about Nia there, missing more spots than expected. Nia's just terrible.
Yeah.
The only reason she has that belt is because of her cousin. That is it.
Yeah.
That is it. It's time to pull the trigger and give it to Tiffy. Somebody who can...
Correct, Opie. She's not. Chelsea played on being afraid of heights. She's definitely not.
Mm-hmm. Tiffy's at least somebody who can put on good matches with people like Bailey, Jade, Naomi, Bianca, Lash when she comes up. Like, she'll put on good matches with them because they're all athletic.
Can we talk about Tiffany for a second too? Like, I think that they make her look weak as all hell. She's got the money in the bank briefcase. She can cash in whenever she wants. But every time she goes out there, they really dumb her down and really make her look bad. But when she is in a match, like, she is another one of those women who is crazy athletic. And I think that she has a lot of in-ring ability, and they're just not letting her use that. Maybe not so much in the matches, but when they go out into the ring and they get into their tussles and shit, I just think they make her look stupid. And I'm like, why? Like, I want Tiffany to be a badass.
Just wait.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Just wait. This is what they, where are you? This is what they want.
Okay, good. Because I want to see her be a badass.
It's coming.
Good.
When she cashes that in, it's going to be because she's had enough.
Good. It's been beyond Tiffy time. Yeah. Talk about a heel that's so over with the crowd. This thing pairing her up with Nia was perfect because this is the best way to turn her face. Best way to do it.
Yep. And the best way to bring Charlotte back heel. Which everybody loves.
When Tiffy came out, when Liv and Nia were in the ring, and she's like, I'm getting sick of everybody. Maybe I'll cash in on you, Nia. That moment right there, I was like, oh, this is badass Tiffy. And then right back to being submissive Tiffy. I'm like, this is dumb.
It's coming. Be
Rhea
patient.
Tiffy would be unstoppable. Yeah, that's Wednesday and her little blonde friend, right? Crazy. They make her look blonde. Yeah, dude, she literally looks like she dresses like from Clueless or Legally Blonde.
Listen, I like how she dresses.
I bet you do. Always on the verge of a wardrobe malfunction.
Ludwig
Kaiser is proud of her. Enid. Yes, Enid. Anyway, I think that's about it. You got anything else?
Can it be Survivor Series already?
Can it be Survivor Series already? Yeah, maybe. What's our next episode? Monday night?
Next week when we talk about Monday night, which I'm not going to watch because I don't have to.
But next Monday for the variety show, 7 p.m. Eastern, as always. And then next Tuesday for wrestling, Aaron will be back on his regular BS. So we can't wait.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We can't wait. We miss Aaron. But he's doing something super important tonight. So good for him.
So we think.
Yeah. And guys, if you missed it this past Sunday, go back and watch our episode because we may or may not have teased that special project we've been talking about since last Christmas Eve. It was glorious. So go back and watch it. It's showcased in the episode. You don't want to miss it. I promise you. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all
later.